Hello and welcome to Favor in Life Ministries, where favor means approval of someone or something, and life means to create. So, today on this empowerment and encouragement segment number 7, we are going to create with a little bit of grace. And our topic today is generating light in our relationships. So, let's talk about light. There are different lights that we're going to talk about today. First, we're going to talk about gas that produce light, and gas also produce heat. So when I think about gas, I think about when I was a little girl, and my mother used to have a stove with a little mini gas tank underneath, like it's almost like a little table, and the gas tank is underneath, and on top of that table there were two burners. You must have gas in the tank in order to turn the knob on the stove and bring about flame heat to cook your food. So without that flame, no meals. The next light we're going to talk about is incandescent light. So incandescent light is an electrical that's passed through a wire and filament, and that brings about light for you to see in your homes. And so that form of light also brings some kind of heat. And if the light is turned off, it will bring darkness. So that's two forms of light. Let's go on to the third form of light, fluorescent light. Long tube bulbs that you can use in your garage, you can use it in your kitchen, but it can also be dangerous. That light can be dangerous if it becomes too hot. And also, it contains some kind of gas, some kind of filament, whatever it is that they use. So let's talk about one of the most beautiful light, daylight. Daylight is like you walk into a room, your windows are open, curtains are drawn, and the room is illuminated. It feels fresh. The window open and the wind is blowing. The air that comes into that room and the light makes you feel comfortable and at peace. So let's deal now with our relationships. When you talk about relationships, you bring darkness into your relationships. So darkness can come in your relationships by violence, by lying, by mistreating each other, not respecting each other's opinions, or not recognizing each other for who they are, the individual person in them. Speak ugly things against them when you should speak positive things, and because you are in love with the person, you want to speak positive things. So also, when you look at technology nowadays, it's a good thing. It helps us in so many ways, but when you think of technology, it can also cause disruption in relationships. Technology, as in your telephone, the very phone that is of importance to text other people outside of the relationships, and it's no telling what they're texting them. It's no telling what they're talking about when they pick up the phone to call someone else. Then you talk about the phone. There are things that people put on the phone that is inappropriate that can cause darkness in the relationships. So let's use technology in an appropriate way. Use your phone to call your mate or your partner or your significant other at work and say, how are you doing today? How is work coming along today? Are you tired? Is there something that I can do for you today when you get home from work? Those are ways that you can bring light into the relationship instead of using it for the negative. So when we talk about positive, you talk about speaking positive things to your partner and your mate and your significant other. You wake up in the morning, ask them how was their night. Did they toss and turn? What can I do for you? Can I make you a cup of tea? The other part of the relationship where someone can take disadvantage in the relationship. Let it be an equal share in the relationship where positivity overflood the relationship. Okay, so let's look at how we can continue to make that positive change in the relationship. Make a conscious effort to create with a little bit of grace. Because if you don't have grace in creating what you're creating, you're creating a giving moment, maybe a gift or something like that. Anything that bring positivity in a relationship, cause the light to radiate in the relationship. So let's be thankful for each other in the relationship. Trust each other in the relationship. Make a conscious effort to speak positive things about each other despite how your days or your nights have gone. And so today we are going to create our relationship, carve it out every day. And when you see things that are not going well, make a conscious effort to change that, because that's the only way you're going to have a great relationship. You have to work at it. You have to create the relationship, because a relationship cannot be a good one if you don't create what is to be positive and create what is to be light in the relationship. And also remember, in Psalm 18, verse 28 says, "For it is you." This is talking about how God can help you bring light in your relationship. It says, "For it is you who light my lamp. The Lord my God lightens my darkness." So, in the midst of all of the negativity and in the midst of all of your creativity to bring positive light in the relationship, remember that God covers you in the relationship in order to bring positive light in the relationship. And remember, as you bring light into the relationship, remember also to be faithful, to be trusting, to be loving, to be caring, and to also respect the feelings and the thoughts of the other person in your life. So, if I have been a blessing to you today, and if I have empowered you, if I have encouraged you, please leave a comment. Please like, share, and subscribe that I may bring you notification as soon as they come about. And I will see you on the next video. God bless you and have a wonderful rest of your evening, your morning, your night, or your midnight, whatever time it is that you're watching. Blessings and peace until I hear from you next time.